What is up, guys? Dashing here for episode 459 of Community Universe Mode and edition number 121 of usually Friday night, on this occasion Saturday evening Genesis, as we are getting things started with a bit of a bonus match to, just make sure that things go smoothly after our technical difficulties yesterday. So we've got Cameron Harris making his return to a CMV ring, guys, and the first time in, I think over a year, as he takes on the luchador from Mexico, Twisted. And both of these men actually starting next week on the rebranded NGW will be a part of that roster. So this will be Twisted's last time competing on Genesis. Remember, Reality Wrestling a couple of days ago was the final episode, number 53, as it'll be brought to an end in favor of returning NGW, where all of the newcomers from now on in CMV will compete before they are either put on Fusion or Genesis. Bateman, you sexy boy. This really cannot lag. I am praying to the Twitch gods and my ISP so hard. We've got Absolution coming, baby. We need to get through this Genesis. A Gert Genesis, by the way, in and of itself. Absolutely stacked card from top to bottom. 2 triple threat matches. And then our co-main event, the Anarchy Championship, is on the line. Both D'Angelo Prince and John Reed cashing in their rematch clause at the same time as Samuel Boone's championship reign going to be in big-time jeopardy of ending short. To kick off the proper card up next. One hell of a collision it's going to be. Guri Suckinov and Bob Luger one-on-one ahead of the Alpha World Championship triple threat at Absolution 3, guys, which may be tomorrow. I've been saying I'm going to try to do it tomorrow, but more than likely it's going to be Monday. Just keep that in mind and stay up to date on our website and our Twitter. It's I got one little spike, but it's clear for me. I don't want to chase it. Beautiful Lion Salt by the Sin City Savior, Cameron. Yeah, I most definitely am super pumped for not the Rumbles, not one but two. For the first time ever, guys, a championship will be defended in a Royal Rumble matchup. Paul Devine happened to put his undisputed championship on the line against 29 other Fusion superstars. And then, of course, there's the actual Rumble where 30 superstars will compete for the opportunity to headline Homecoming 3, the last pay-per-view of the year, for a world title match of their choosing. Beautiful standing C-Fire there by Cameron Harris, who's looking to make his return. A glorious one. Lining up the shot here on Twisted. Hammerlock DDT by Harris. 1, 2, 3, and Cameron Harris, heading into NGW next week, picks up a big win here on Genesis over Twisted. In pretty dominant fashion as well. It is Dash. Welcome, by the way. So there's what did it for Cameron Harris in his return. First time in a CMV ring in over a year with a beautiful hammerlock DDT. Puts down Twisted for the uno, the dos, and the trace. And we know that starting on the first episode, Season 3 of NGW next week, a tournament will start to crown the inaugural NGW champion. Perhaps we're looking at the man himself right here. Yeah, I'm not worried about that because usually, even if my connection's been great, for whatever reason, it lags in the menu screens. It's really weird. It can lag. It's to its heart's content in the menu screen, so long as it's clear during entrances and matches. I don't know what you're talking about. That. Oh, do I have a water around here? I do. All right, guys. So, hopefully things remain clear as we now get into the main card, the go-home show before Absolution 3, baby. Not one, but 2 Royal Rumble matches, either tomorrow or Monday. Like I said, make sure you stay up to date with our website and Twitter to know exactly when it will be. But this is a pay-per-view worthy genesis here. So many absolutely incredible matches, including the matchup that is kicking off the show here, as Guri Suckinov, the Russian Ogre, is set to go one-on-one with the work ethic titan, Bob Luger. We've also got invitational action tonight, guys. Dule Zaire is in the building, and he is ready for his matchup against Adam Valentine. Anarchy Championship triple threat match. Both D'Angelo Prince and John Reed cashing in their rematch clauses at the same time. Samuel Boone's championship reign in serious jeopardy of being ended very shortly. And then in the main event, Randy Morton, the Moo Moo Man of the Click, takes on the Alpha World Champion, the Bloody Brick Chris Andrews. Martini's getting ready to win that Rumble, all right? Guri Suckinov, of course, former Alpha World Champion, lost his title inside the Elimination Chamber back at Point Break. He's cashing in his rematch clause at Absolution. Was supposed to be one-on-one, but Castle Faye foolishly gave this man, Bob Luger, the chance to qualify for that championship match if he could defeat Paul Anderson at Wild Card, which he did. Of course, that wasn't enough. We saw the horrendous, simply despicable sight of what Xander Slate and Randy Orton did to Hall of Famers Paul Anderson and Dave Turner as they were leaving the garage from the Wild Card event, ready to go back to their hotel for the night. Slate and Morton in a truck would T-bone them, guys. Just a horrible car wreck. And it's been reported Paul Anderson and Dave Turner both having multiple broken bones, and each of them with a very bad concussion. They're currently, hopefully conscious and on the road to a speedy recovery, but they are still in the hospital. Been near a week. Click are truly turning up the dial, and their aggression and their goal to take over Genesis. And boy, Absolution could be their could be their coup de grace, if you will. Bob Luger could become a 3-time record-setting Alpha World Champion. Xander Slate and Randy Borton could become World Tag Team Champions yet again. And of course, Elijah Stewart involved in the Invitational. He's currently at 1-1. We do know that the members of the Invitational will compete in a 6-man tag team match at Absolution 3, having nothing to do with the actual standings in the brackets, but just to get all 6 men featured on the show, as they're being in the Invitational, not allowed to be in the Royal Rumbles. And Bob Luger tries to start off strongly against Gary Suckanov, but it does not last long, as the Russian Ogre with an alley-oop bomb. Bob Luger now, oh my God, hammer fist brought down onto the top of the head of Bob Luger. Let's not forget what just happened before the show went live, guys. It was Chris Andrews who came out here to interrupt Bob Luger and pretty much throw down with some nasty words, some venom in them. Gonna dish out that revenge come Absolution, but both men would be interrupted by Guri Sukanov. Dispatched of both men. Luckily, the Brit has been taken to the back and got word that he said he's A-okay. Obviously, hurting a little bit from that powerbomb at the hands of Guri, but he's still got a good while to rest before he's in action in our main event. What up, Topher? Bob Luger bringing Guri up to his feet. Guri Suckanov, of course, this is not the first time these two have gone one-on-one. They fought a couple of months ago. It ended via a double countout because Bob Luger at that time said it was when Guri was champion. He said, if we're going to beat you, Guri, it's going to be for the championship. Neither man champion now, and this is for some big momentum heading into Absolution 3. Power slam by the big man who's feeling real good about himself. Stomp down onto the face. Bob Luger now brought up to a vertical base. Over the shoulders, fireman's carry. This is not going to end well for Bob Luger. Neck first into the top turnbuckle. I think I heard the crunch from over here. Good God. And Suckanov not even done now. Straight right hook. Just caving Luger's face in. No. The 400-pounder now just swinging Luger around as if he's a small child. Oh my God, how many? It was like 7, 8 rotations right there. Luger, the back of his head smacking off the mat, guys. He could be done for. That could be enough, and it is. Oh my God. Guri Suckanov just put down the work ethic Titan after a giant swing. What up, Lemonade Gaming, my friend? I don't believe you've ever been in here before, but it is nice to see you. Glad you stopped in. And what up, Batman? Just in time. As Guri Suckanov picks up that win, gets a bit of revenge after Luger pinned him a couple of weeks ago in that handicap match. Will it be Guri who reclaims his championship? Stops Bob Luger from achieving his dreams, brings the Brits' reign to an end. Oh, what up, Coach? Was not aware that was Hugh. What up, what up? Hopefully Bob Luger can, the rest of the clique can splash some cold water in his face. He'll be all right for Absolution. As now it is time for our invitational matchup of the night, guys. 7 more invitational matches to go, including this one. Should wrap up by the end of next month. But without a doubt, this is a must-win situation for both of these superstars, as the two of them are at 1-2. So the winner here going to still have that chance to place in the top 4. We do know at this point pretty much that Reese Matthews is going to finish last. He can still, in his last 2 matches, try to nab some wins and maybe place above somebody else, but I'm pretty sure his chances of placing in the top 4 are over and done with. Remember what the winner of the Invitational gets, guys. The man who places in first receives an Alpha World Championship match, of course, above a beautiful trophy and that big old bonus check. While the superstars who place in second, third, and fourth will compete in a feast or fired game. One man will get a mid-card title opportunity of his choosing. One man will receive a World Tag Team title opportunity. And the last will get a pink slip, will be fired from Genesis. Going to have to find work elsewhere. And a tweet here, guys, from Adam Valentine before he came out says, the fact that Cass has been able to trick everyone in the Cyborg Invitational tournament and to being her sheep is honestly disgusting. These idiots keeping the GOAT from what is rightfully his is also disgusting. And then we have a tweet, of course, from Reese Ortiz responds saying, blah, blah, blah. Honestly, the only thing more dull than a Valentine tweet is his entrance. I think the matchup that most everyone is looking forward to the rest of the Invitational is when Adam Valentine and Reese Ortiz go head-to-head. Reese Ortiz currently in second, below Josh Wolf, who's 3-0. Josh Wolf hoping to be the first man to ever finish the Invitational unbeaten. Adam Valentine, the self-proclaimed GOAT and conspiracy victim, actually started off the Invitational this year by defeating Reese Matthews, but his last 2 matches haven't exactly gone his way. First with the L at the hands of Elijah Stewart, then on Reality Wrestling to Josh Wolf. And this should definitely be an interesting matchup, especially since for a good while we thought it might not even happen. Dule Zaire had a sit-down with general manager Cass LaFave last week after Dule Zaire had defeated Reese Matthews in their Invitational matchup. Matthews afterwards patted Zaire down, frisked him for gum, of course, in his ever ongoing gum investigation. Who was the disgusting rat boy, little goblin who spat out that gum. Hopefully one day we'll find out, but Zaire felt violated, wanted something to be done, but Cass LaFave said she couldn't really do anything. He didn't break any rules. So Zaire said he was going to go on strike, but Brett Angel talked him into trying to just put it off to the side for the moment, because if Zaire had not shown up, he would have forfeited, which means that Valentine would have gotten the free point. And Zaire would have gone down to 1-3. So Zaire, even though he's still on protest, is here and ready to compete. Dulazaire, who got a win over Reese Ortiz to kick off his invitational run, but then taking, actually Reese Ortiz defeated him. Ooh, just got that blank right there for a moment. He actually started off negative. He lost to Reese Ortiz and then at Josh Wolf before finally getting that win over Reese Matthews last week. Now he tries to tie himself up 2-2 with a chance to still place in the top 4. Oh, single underhook spike DDT right out of the gate by the self-proclaimed GOAT. It's not an excellent start for Zaire. Arm drag, though. Now a front headlock by the portly fellow. Don't let his size fool you, though. Zaire might be thick, but he is extraordinarily agile. Surprisingly so. Nice brain buster by Valentine. You immediately see that Dulazaire is grabbing at the back of his neck. That is not a good sign. Oh, tying up the arms. We've seen Valentine do that on countless occasions. Just honestly scary looking cross-armed hangman's neck breaker. Elbow drop to the chest to follow through, man. Adam is looking really good at the start of this matchup. Irish whip. Watch out, referee Perry White rebounds off the ropes. Ooh, what a thigh slap. Gonna catch Zaire right on the chest and the chin. You see Dulé, the smarts on him being showcased as he rolls to the apron, using the ropes to bring himself up to his feet. Luring Valentine. And now it's a shot spear by Dulé. That's what I'm talking about, man. Zaire, full of surprises, never ceases to amaze when he's in that ring. And a Hurricane Rana now by the big boy. Kick to the back to follow through up into a seated position. Now on one knee, Dulé having his way with Valentine. In the moment, can he keep it up? Suplex attempted. Nope, stalled by Valentine. And there's a swift punch to the gut. Now a front headlock himself, kick to the midsection. Gonna go for a swinging neck breaker. The thud, the back of Dulé's head off the canvas. Leg drop one, not enough. A second one. Okay, no, a third one. And now a fourth one. Adam said, hey, it worked before, why not just keep it up? Laying it on Zaire. As now we get a scoop slam. Able to counter the reverse DDT. Ralph is in the zone right now, man. He's loving this matchup. Dulé taking a moment to himself on the outside. Not liking the way this matchup is going so far. Still protesting. Big old, ooh, T-bone suplex. Ralph, what are you barking at? Literally just staring at the door barking, and there's nothing there. Hey, Ralph. Hey, ding dong. Such an idiot. First pinfall attempt of the match. Dulazaire looking to finish things off early. Just a 1 count, though. I can't wait for Ralph to win the Royal Rumble match. Looking to lay the bows into the chest. Dulazaire now going to go for the legs. Ralph, are you serious? Hey, Ralph. Ralph. Hey. Yakuza kick by Adam Valentine, guys, and that usually is a prelude to that new swinging neckbreaker he's been using as of late that he calls Hush Money. Ralph, are you serious? Hey, buddy. Oh my God, this dog drives me nuts, dude. Front headlock by the boy who cried at Wolf. What exactly is he trying to set up Dulazaire here for? I'm not entirely sure. Oh, Adam wants to deal out some big damage. DDT onto the apron. That is where all of the hardest parts of the ring converge. Pure metal underneath that sheeting, guys. Okay, Zaire already back to his feet. That is superhuman right there. And then taunts as well, saying I'm A-okay. That didn't even hurt. What did a moth land on me? What is there? Some gnats buzzing around? Might be out of instinct though, because he's looking a bit out of it. Drop toe hold. Valentine takes control. Countouts. Disqualifications are in effect in the Invitational, guys. So these two got to watch out. Already at a count of 6 is referee Perry White. Zaire going to make sure things do not end that way. Zaire out of the corner. I think may have been going for that split-legged moonsault of his. He just got busted open. Sharp elbow by Valentine, but then dropped with a reverse DDT. Once again, Zaire's feeling it. The fans are up on their feet and behind him. He's going to feed off of their energy. Will it be enough to bring him the victory, make him 2-2? There's been 3 other invitationals. This is the 4th annual dash. Couple of lariats by Dooley Zaire. Another one in the corner. Now going to rebound up the ropes. Adam Valentine goes for a clothesline, ducks it, leaping lariat, and the kip up. Look at Dooley Zaire go as the blood spurts from that gash on his forehead. Drop kick to the back of the night. No, there's not. To the back of the night, to the back of the neck. This is the only invitational matchup tonight as Zaire pulls Adam Valentine in for a big hug. Hard-hitting hug. That swinging side slam. Short arm shoulder block. Valentine, that's a desperation pin there that only gets him a 1 count. He knows that he has Dooley hurting after that apron DDT, and now Valentine going to utilize those dirty heel tactics, puts his feet on the middle rope, and referee Perry White does not see it, but Zaire kicks out at 1. The leverage not enough to keep him down. Knee to the chest. Zaire goes for a hook to the jaw. Caught by Adam Valentine, forearm smash. What a highly competitive matchup this has been. Both of these guys want to keep themselves alive in the Invitational. The loser knows his chances of placing in the top 4 are pretty much nilch. And what the hell is Valentine doing here? What is he doing? What? I have no idea what he was trying to go for, but now he's going to pay the last laugh by Dooley Zaire. Put out like a light. 1, 2, go. Woo! Adam Valentine with some resiliency on display to kick out of that. Very impressive, but the question is, can he come back? And manage to nab the win. Zaire begins to stir, stomp down to the back of the head, double forearm smash now by Adam, double forearm smash again. Oklahoma Stampede, the GOAT. Wilding right now in that ring. Adam Valentine overhand punches Zaire, who's in a kneeling position. No, not again. Valentine crosses the arm, straight jacket, hangman's neck breaker. Debilitating maneuver, and that's not enough either. Another Yakuza kick. And Valentine has seen about enough, tries to put things away, but Zaire still has some life left in him yet. That life about to be quickly extinguished. Counter after counter, you can tell both of these guys know that the end is nigh. They're struggling for power. 1, 2, nearly able to steal it right there. Escapes as Valentine tries to go for a DDT. Nice reflexes by Dooley Zaire to see it coming. Drops Adam right down to his arm now, brings him up into a seated position. Catches him in a head scissors lock, and those elbows just connecting on point to the bare forehead of Valentine. There's a jumping elbow. Off of the rebound. Jesus, man. Yeah, Valentine does not want a second batch of those bows. Able to escape the head scissors this time. Goes for a belly-to-belly. Reversal, reversal, reversal. Counter after counter. 1999. Reversal fest. Sit-out gourd buster. And that is going to turn the tides. Valentine immediately brings Zaire right back up to see a third Yakuza kick. Lets out a mighty roar. Does the conspiracy victim, as now he looks to bring things to an vintage Valentine. The roll through, boy, you thought. Butterfly DDT. Spiked on his head. 1, 2, 3, and Adam Valentine goes to 2-2. As Zaire drops down to 1 and 3. Another phenomenal matchup in this year's Invitational sees Adam Valentine pick up the win over a highly game Dule Zaire. A lot of close calls on that one, but Valentine now saves himself. He has one more match in the Invitational to finish positive, and that match, of course, is against none other than Reese Ortiz. Tonight, he's going to take this in, though. Drink it in, man. All right, guys, up next, it is our first of two triple threat matches tonight. Of course, later on in our co-main event, the Anarchy Championship will be on the line. Anarchy rules as both D'Angelo Prince and John Reed enact their rematch clauses against the current champ, Samuel Boone. His title reign in big jeopardy. Gonna come to a short end, or will he shock us all again? Still to come tonight also, guys, we got Mark Intel going one-on-one with El Jefe. Forget that banger of a main event. Randy Morton of the Click taking on the Bloody Bird himself, Alpha World Champion Chris Sanchez. But right here, we have got what is most definitely going to be an interesting concoction of one half of the World Tag Team Champions, Luke Swanson, former World Tag Team Champions, Andrew Slate, also former World Tag Team Champion, Smiley Danielson. It was the spontaneous team of Kevin Silva and Luke Swanson, who at Wild Card knocked off Imaginary Friends to win the World Tag Click match plus 4 absolutions, so they're going to be first in line, while Imaginary Friends are forced to wait in the wings, but Smiley going to have the chance to get a win over a member from each of he and Freddie's rival teams. Luke Swanson's tag team partner, Kevin Silva, in action up next in a 15-minute Iron Man match against Nicholas Hemmerling. That match was supposed to take place at Absolution, but now that Silva and Swanson are champs and will be defending their titles at the pay-per-view this weekend, well, that match will forced to be moved up. Luke Swanson, a deadly submission expert. He tapped out Freddie Osborne in the tag title match at Wild Card to capture the belts for he and the Portuguese wrestling god. As here comes the OG dirty heel himself, the good brother. Xander Slate Clicks night not starting off so smooth as Bob Luker took the loss in the hands of Gary Suckinov. We'll see if Slate can try to even things up and pass off that momentum to Borton later on for our main event. Imaginary Friends defeating Click last month right here on Genesis to win those championships. And Slade actually said himself, we're waiting to cash in our rematch clause, specifically for Absolution, so we can watch you two idiots, Imaginary Friends, lose the titles at Wild Card. And well, they did. I'm sure that put a big smile on Xander's face. It's either tomorrow or Monday, Topher. I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to try for tomorrow, but more than likely, it's going to be Monday. What up, Soul, you little cherry blossom? Tweet here, guys, from D'Angelo Prince says, soon I will see to it that the crown will be restored upon my head of the rightful heir. Boone Reed, prepare for a royal beating. What a gumble. And last but not least, the Black Rabbit himself, Smiley Danielson, representing he and Freddie Osborne of Imaginary Friends. They will challenge the winners of the tag team title match at Absolution. But tonight it's all about Smiley getting one up over Silva and Swanson, and Click, and some momentum for himself, because we do know that Smiley Danielson will be a part of the Royal Rumble match at Absolution 3 after he defeated Freddie Osborne last month in a qualifier. General Manager Castlesave saying only one of them could be in the Rumble, so they settled it the old-fashioned way. So here we go, Luke Swanson, Xander, Slayton, Smiley Danielson, triple threat matchup. We know what that means. First fall to a finish. Pinfall submission in the ring. No countouts, no disqualifications, as it will be later on. Look at this. Xander, Slayton, Luke Swanson actually working together to try to get Smiley Danielson out of the way so they can focus on each other. A little bit of a preview of what's to come at Absolution 3. As I was saying, though, in our coming event, the Anarchy Championship will be on the line. It'll be an Anarchy Rules match, which means that truly anything goes. I'm sure we'll get some, we'll see some mayhem introduced, if you catch my meaning. Teardrop suplex to Smiley Danielson now, and Slate gets back up to his feet, recovering from that pendulum backbreaker by Swanson. Now a German suplex. Smiley's not having a good start to this matchup. And now across the legs, crunchy Fisherman's Buster. Man, Swanson is absolutely beating the tar out of Slate and Smiley. Butterfly single knee backbreaker, man. Slate is getting ripped limb from limb. Smiley just looking like he's completely out of it in the corner. Finally a reversal by Xander. Back suplex. The Luke's gonna roll to the outside. That's all it took. Actually very smart by Swanson. As soon as he gets hits with some offense, tries to shake it off. Allow Smiley and Xander here to beat the hell out of each other. Overhand punch by Smiley Danielson. I'm sure Imaginary Friends are Smiley going for a powerbomb. Luke Swanson coming in with a low drop kick, and Xander just freaking literally went flying. As here comes Luke. Couple of butterfly suplexes, then the face buster, but Xander was waiting for him. European uppercut, ducks the clothesline, gets it anyway. And now it's gonna, oh no, Xander's like, nah fam, I'm out of here, ain't about to get hit with that. But Swanson says, don't mind ya. Looking to make quick work of this matchup tonight. Fireman's carry, sidewalk slam, 1 count, or was that a rope break? I'm not too sure from that angle. Might have been a rope break. I don't see Danielson taking out a 1 from that. Good Lord Almighty, Luke Swanson might have to get drug tested again, to be honest. Come on. And Xander says, hey, prime opportunity to do a little bit of taunting. Luke Swanson again rolls to the outside. Ooh, Smiley running straight into a kick to the midsection. Tries for that power bomb. Countered into a victory roll. Smiley Danielson looking to steal it here. Just a 1 count. Xander back to his feet like, what in the hell? What in the blazes? Danielson most definitely has the full support, the full backing of the crowd. And all those watching at home. Oh, what a beautiful, that sequence was 10 out of 10. Danielson catching that boot to the face out of nowhere. He did not see that coming. And now it might be enough to surprise alone. No, just a 1 count. Xander still reeling. Forearm smash. Smiley Danielson. Blue Thunder Bomb by the Black Rabbit. Xander up just in the nick of time, though, to break it. As now he backs into the corner. Up over the shoulders. What exactly is Xander trying for here? Hung up to dry. Was Smiley on the top rope, chest first. That's going to make it hard for him to breathe as he looks for a bit of a refuge. Irish whip counter by Swanson. Out onto the apron now goes the former World Tag Team Champion. Big old forearm smash. That rocked Lukey. Arm drag. Back and forth they go. In this triple threat matchup here live on Genesis number 121. The final show before Absolution 3. Luke's offense cut short. Ducked to the outside. Eliminated from the Choroyo Clembel. And Salida del Sol by Smiley Danielson. Oh, jeez Louise. I think Xander just got his brain scrambled. Back of his head going right off that pretty much concrete. Those pads offer you no protection. I don't even know why they're there, to be honest. Bottom of the Dollar Tree. Xander's able to regain his composure just as Luke throws Danielson back into the ring. Grabs him by arm and leg. I don't know what Xander's doing here, trying to play innocent. Oh, Xander completely focused, like a just laser focus on Danielson. And Swanson's going to blindside him. This is the maneuver that Swanson utilized to tap out Freddie Osborne at a wild card for he and Silva to win the World Tag Team titles. I thought Smiley was going to let it happen for a second, like get a bit of revenge, like, yeah, tap out, bitch, but Slade able to escape. Now Swanson immediately out of that, taken down onto the knee. Slap across the face, hook to the jaw. Xander with a rolling cutter. Looks like Smiley Danielson has reached a crossroads. Poke of the leg while Swanson's still down on the outside. Not going to be enough to do it. Elbow straight to the face. Luke Swanson got, oh! Rocket kick quite literally out of nowhere. Man, Smiley just exploded with an offense. At any given moment, Swanson back into the ring just the nick of time to see that the pin gets broken. Now Slate chopped down to size with a vertical suplex. This is not good for Danielson, and he knows that. Swift escape down into a reverse DDT. Smiley on the hunt. The Black Rabbit looks to bring it home. A second Blue Thunder Bomb. 1, 2. No, it's not enough. Luke Swanson digging down deep to get out of that one. Winding elbow drop connects right to the back of the head. Smiley Danielson knows to keep the pressure on as Xander still trying to get back to a vertical base. Smiley gonna fly through the air. High risk offense pays off. Cross body. And there's Xander gonna go right after him. Oh, backstabber. Double knees digging into the spine. Hook of the leg. And Xander with Swanson down sees the prime opportunity to bring things to an end. Clean slate. Xander used that a couple of weeks ago to defeat Freddie Osborne one-on-one, and now tonight uses it to dispatch of Danielson and win this triple threat match. Highly competitive triple threat matchup comes to an end as Xander Slate picks up the pinfall win over Smiley Danielson. And that is a great boost of momentum for Slate and Borton, especially if Borton can pick up the win in the main event. So to come over Alpha World Champion Chris Andrews, boy, Click going to be looking unstoppable as they try to reclaim their World Tag Team titles at Absolution 3 from Silva and Swanson. All right, lads and gents, the action continues here. Fourth matchup of the night for Genesis number 101, as Kevin Silva just saw his impromptu tag team partner tick to hell, and that triple threat, though Swanson not involved in the decision. It's on the shoulders of the self-proclaimed Portuguese wrestling god to get he and Swanson a bit of momentum before their first title defense against Click at Absolution 3. This matchup, of course, originally was about knocking off Imaginary Friends to win the World Tag Team titles. Now have to put them on the line against Click at the pay-per-view. So this matchup has been moved up. A brooding rivalry been going on for months. It was back at Point Break that Nicholas Hemmerling first defeated Kevin Silva, but Silva these past couple of weeks has been able to come back on 2 occasions, winning a fatal 4-way and then a tag match over Nicholas Hemmerling. Now they go 1-on-1, 15 minutes will be on the clock, and the superstar with the most falls at the end of that time limit, either by pinfall, submission, countouts, and disqualifications, I'm pretty sure are still in effect, will be the victor. Just a show of how unpredictable Wild Card can be. Kevin Silva and Luke Swanson brought together by pure chance. And they were able to get the job done over to the much more experienced Imaginary Friends. Will their reign come to a short end at just 1 week at Absolution, though? And Silva got to put that in the back of his mind for now, because he has got a big challenge in front of him, and the form of the Aussie boy, Nicholas Hemmerling, who has been all too impressive since arriving in CMV some months ago. What up, Zikwa? Haven't seen you in a while, my friend. We are on the road to Absolution 3, the final episode. Again, gonna try to stream it tomorrow, but more than likely going to be on Monday, so make sure you do keep up to date on our website. ! Join right there. We'll give you the link. And our Twitter, official CMV_. Still a lot to get to. Up next, Mark Cantel goes 1-on-1 with El Jefe and our co-main event triple threat Anarchy rules match for the Anarchy Championship. Both D'Angelo Prince and John Reed cashing in their rematch clauses. Boone's title reign in serious jeopardy. And in our main event, Randy Borton, the good brother, takes on Alpha World Champion, the Bloody Brick Curse Sanchez. Here we go, 50 minutes on the clock. As you can see up there in the corner, Iron Man rules. The first man, or I should say the man with the most pinfalls or submissions, by the end of that 15 minutes will be the victor. And I'm pretty sure countouts, disqualifications are in effect, so gotta watch out for that. So Nicholas Hemmerling should have open palm slapped Kevin Silva. Now a dropkick. Hemmerling just exploding out of the gate here. Reeled into a front headlock. Quick, swift fireman's carry takeover. Stomped to the upper back to follow it up as he's picked up to his feet. Irish whip, rebounds off the ropes right into a forearm smash. These two are going at it. Ain't no flies on them, if you will. Oh, wow, what a reversal. Went for an exploder suplex, but caught with a small package. Silva definitely would have been embarrassed there to already give up a point. A minute into the matchup, this fight going to spill to the outside. Silva just got eliminated from the Royal Rumble. Double knees down onto the face. So far tonight, Guri Suckinall picked up a win over Bob Luger in dominant fashion, heading into the triple threat Alpha World title match at Absolution 3. Adam Valentine, very competitive match between he and Dule Zaire, was able to go 2-2 on the brackets for the Invitational, while Zaire drops down to 1-3. And we just saw a crazy triple threat match come to an end as Xander Slate off the clean slate pin Smiley Danielson at the count of 6. Like I said, countouts aren't effective. There we go. Silva gonna make sure neither man. I guess if it was a double count out, then each guy would get a point, or it would just stay 0-0. I'm not sure how that would work, actually. We did get Dule an album, so. Album? Did I say album? Adam. Oh, Nicholas Hemmerling. We've seen this before from the young up-and-comer. Spike DDT off the top rope. Silva busted open. Looking like a stuffed pig. Yeah, Zaire, thanks to the words of Bright Angel, did show up. And he did show out, but was not able to get the win. Up to the top rope. And this is exactly how Hemmerling knocked off Silva back at Point Break. Swanton bomb. All the weight of Hemmerling, which isn't a lot in the grand scheme of things, but still from the high rent district. Oh, not giving up the point though. Silva kicking out. Still trying to maintain control, keep that driver's seat. European uppercut. Woo! And Nicholas Hemmerling will be a part of the NGW roster starting next week. So this will be his last night on Genesis to head into the NGW Championship Tournament with a big boost of momentum behind him. Clothesline here by Kevin Silva. They're looking to make sure that does not happen. Dual clotheslines now off the ropes. A third clothesline. A little bit of oomph behind that one. And there's a capture suplex. The prologue to Silva's deadly Olympic stretch. Nicholas Hemmerling looking to stay as far away from that as humanly possible. Fires off with a tilt-a-whirl head scissors. Nicholas Hemmerling said, come on, bring it. This is all you got? Silva rolls to the outside, trying to get himself back up to his feet, trying to regain his composure. Hemmerling going to help him out a little bit like a kind humanitarian he is. DDT on the outside. Oh, man. The smack of Hemmerling's skull just echoing throughout the arena. Now Silva keeping the pressure on high. We are nearly at 10 minutes, and there's still not been a fall between these two. Stomped out onto the face. 6 count, and Silva puts double boots right to the side of Nicholas Hemmerling's head, guys. And maybe Kevin going to try to go for this count out win. Nope, there we go. All right. I take it back. Nicholas is most definitely reeling right now, though. See that low punch to the midsection. Dragon! Whoa! Haven't had a really good Dragon Screw in a while. Hook to the jaw. And Silva, we very, very rarely see him pull this out. The Chimeraplex. You saw the German followed by the Dragon, and now the straight jacket. Will he go for the bridge? Yes, he will, to bring him his first point in this Iron Man match. Just a 2 count. See Silva surveying the scene like the line about to pounce on the wounded gazelle. Hemmerling to his feet has no idea what's coming his way. The Olympic stretch is locked in, and Nicholas Hemmerling forced to give up the first point, tapping out. But still, 9 minutes to come back and tie things up. Silva looks to take definitive control, though, locking in the Olympic stretch again. Will Hemmerling tap a second time? He will. Kevin Silva goes up 2 points over the mighty one. And now Hemmerling going to have to work overtime to try to tie things up. Sunset flip powerbomb, a nice way of doing it. Into the pin, hoping to steal it. 2 count only. Oh, and look at that. Nicholas Hemmerling, I'm sure, was going to go to the top rope, try for another swanton bomb, but Silva with the smarts to roll to the outside. Hemmerling gives no shits. Crossbody from the top to the outside. That is throwing caution to the wind if I've ever seen it. Silva in La La Land. Hemmerling looking to capitalize. Irish whipper to the corner from behind, but Silva snaps back too. Beautiful. Double drop kick to the chest. Only 1 count. Stomp down on the lower back. Kevin Silva drills an elbow right down between the eyes. Escapes. Does Nicholas Hammerling, spinning soul kick. Charges in. Scoop slam. Nope. Kevin Silva's having none of that. Reverse DDT. Jumping cutter. Deflected by Hammerling, who now gets off. Woo! Taking Silva for a bit of a walk. Look at that perfect positioning. Hammerling scales to the top. And we know what he's going for here. Swan Tom Bomb. I don't think I've ever seen it hit more perfectly. 1, 2, 3. Hammerling gets 1 point, but it's still 2-1 in favor of Silva. Hammerling collapses down to one knee. That took it out of him. 7 minutes left on the clock. 7 minutes plus. Now trying to work on that arm is Kevin Silva. He'll try to tear the shoulder right out of its damn socket the way he's ripping on it. Jesus. Big punch to the gut, sucks the air right up out of the Portuguese wrestler. God, didn't even see that catchphrase coming as Hammerling now has the fans up on their feet. They're chanting his name. They're behind him 100% of the way. Rebounds off the ropes. Woo! Getting some air with that leaping lariat. Kevin Silva tries to find himself a bit of space in the corner, lighting up that chest on the 4th of July with one hell of a chop. Silva capture. Oh no, not my bad. Exploder suplex. And there's the capture. Just throwing Hammerling around the fucking ring like a rag doll now. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Imagine if you went up 3 points, man. It'd be virtually impossible for Hammerling to come back. Just 5 minutes plus left on the clock. And Silva, Nicholas has got to counter this, but he cannot. A third time locked up in the Olympic stretch, and a third time Hammerling will submit. The pain of that abdominal stretch is just simply, abdominal stretch, simply too much for Hammerling to endure, but still not giving in. Needs 2 more falls just to tie Silva. Thunderous DDT, and now Silva is donning that proverbial crimson mask. Wah! Springboard back elbow, man. This Hammerling kid, ultra impressive as he slowly ascends to the top rope, perched high. And again, Swanton Bomb, laying all of his weight down across the chest of one half of the CMV World Tag Team Champions. Nicholas Hammerling really showing off that heart of his. 1, 2. Oh, you got to be kidding me. That little time that he took to drag Silva away from the ropes is probably what cost him the fall. Springboard moonsault. Kick to the back. Kevin Silva takes it in stride. Belly to belly. See ya by Nicholas Hammerling. Lateral press. 1, 2, man. Silva not even taking a second to maybe wipe the blood out of his eyes. He's so in the zone right now. Got his head in the game. Got to respect that. It is 3-1 in favor of Silva. Any normal man who is in Nicholas Hammerling's shoes would probably just quit right now. Say, yeah, why even bother? There's no way. 4 minutes still left in this Iron Man match. Oh, and ducked to the outside. This is Kevin Silva playing the clock, trying to trying to make sure Hemmerling cannot score a fall. Obviously, it's not false count anywhere. Elbow straight down onto the throat. Kevin Silva immediately tries to go for the pin, even though he knows that's not going to be enough. Oh, so smart is Silva in this position. Thinking man's wrestler. Showing us all how it's done. Third time in this matchup. A capture suplex. So much ferocity behind it that it nearly knocked referee Perry White off of his feet. Oh, I think Silva actually finally tried for something different and Hemmerling countered. He didn't even want to risk it being the Olympic stretch again. But now wasting a lot of time. There he goes to the top rope to try to pull off his fourth Swanton bomb, but Kevin Silva begins to move. Hemmerling forced to change his objective. Silva rolling right back up to his feet, gets an elbow to the side of that. That's going to ring Kevin's bell. Catchphrase, look at that perfect positioning, boy. Nicholas Hemmerling. 2 minutes. Oh, no. He was just there. Kevin, the ultimate troll, slaps the reverse DDT man. Hemmerling wants this so bad. Scored 2 falls in order to tie things. The mighty one. That was an interesting Swanton bomb. I think the back of his head might have hit right off Silva's nutsack. Right where the sun, oh my God, look at Kevin's face. Mamma mia! 1, 2, 3, he's oh my God, 1 minute and 35 seconds. Nicholas Hemmerling has to tie things up. Can he do it? Oh my God, this comeback, this clutch. To the top, yes, Hemmerling clutching. Oh! Okay. Spiral moonsault. If I were him, I probably would have gone for the Swanton right there. 1 minute and 10 seconds. Come on, Hemmerling, you can do it. Find a way. 1, 2. Desperation pin by Silva. The clock is running down. 50 seconds remain. Hemmerling, can he do it? The clutch of the century. Is there a way? Oh my God. Come on, Hemmerling, you can do it. You can do it, Hemmerling. Grabbing Silva by the arm. DDT off the top again. Will that be enough to keep Silva down? Hemmerling, what are you doing? Why didn't he go for the pin, Nicholas? You might have just ruined your chances. Action roll, though. Runs right into the grasps of Silva. And now Hemmerling just knocking Silva out of the ring. And as these two stand face to face, Silva with a belly to belly, and the clock runs down. Kevin Silva is victorious. What a nerve-wracking last 2 minutes in that Iron Man match. Look at Kevin Silva's face. 3-2. The Portuguese wrestling god picks up a fantastic victory. Man, how close did Hemmerling come? Woo! That had me on my tippy toes. Tertiary main event, guys. Going to be what should be a definitely interesting one-on-one matchup. Two very contrasting styles about to collide. It was last week here on Genesis that vintage Joey Bacon and El Jefe were able to knock off Marcantel and Zach Cage of the 7 Deadly Sins, but Jefe said that he wanted Marcantel one-on-one, baby, in order to get some personal revenge for what happened a couple weeks ago when Marcantel viciously assaulted the human fish in the ring, powerbombing him down onto a steel chair. Now Jefe's going to get his chance. Will he eat his words, though? We're about to find out. And still to come, Triple Threat Anarchy Rules match for the CMV Anarchy Championship. D'Angelo, Prince John Reed, and of course the champion Samuel Boone. Our main event going to be a hell of a match to see. Could be a match of the year candidate for, well, the next Glammys, as the current Glammys are already up and posted. If you have not voted yet, make sure you do so. In under 24 hours, we got 35 ballots in. Now we're at 40. So it's posted everywhere. Our Discord, our Twitter, our website, you can get the link for it. We'll be open for a couple more weeks, so you got time. But Randy Borton and Chris Andrews going to go head-to-head. Two CMV veterans going head-to-head, and Marcantel, a former CMV Anarchy champion. Using El Jefe really in this situation to try to just vent his frustrations and his pent-up aggression from losing in the Elimination Chamber match back at Point Break, the Alpha World title on the line. Again, Marcantel came so close to the top prize and watched it slip away. So Zach Cage will be in the corner of Marcantel, as Joey Bacon will be in the corner of El Jefe, but this is a one-on-one matchup. The harbinger of destruction. Looks to pick up the win here, send the momentum off to John Reed, of course, the leader of the 7 Deadly Sins, up next in our corner then, as he'll try to become a 2-time Anarchy champion. It is joint, Topher. Homecoming is one of the big four. Zach Cage to the outside, Marcantel ready to go, as here he comes. The human fish, the Arriba Man, 2-time light heavyweight champion, of course, backed up by his 500-pound friend Joey Bacon. None other than El Jefe, baby. Bacon out here, I'm sure, to keep a watchful eye on Zach Cage ringside, so that El Jefe can focus solely on Marcantel. And truly, to handle someone like Marcantel, you got to have 100%. Got to be completely focused. Because if you ain't, Marcantel will know it, and he'll make you pay for it. There we go. Bacon takes his place in El Jefe's corner. Mercantile, the human fish. Oh, okay. That was, Cage and Bacon just disappearing momentarily. Even though there might be some real beef between them, these two are still very, very passionate because of the competition in the ring. They want a good match here. Mercantile wants to break some faces. If El Jefe is one of them, then so be it. Jefe goes to the top rope, down to the apron, wasting no time to fly through the air, but misses that crossbody attempt horribly. El Jefe Jr. Kana with an arm drag. El Jefe, obviously the much smaller, up against the near 7 foot tall, 300+ pound Mercantile, getting funky like a monkey right there on a cupcake. Oh, Jefe dropping it like it's hot now. Double axe handle down onto the face. El Jefe is really the Shanaz Andoni of Genesis. They're just the two guys that when they have a match, you're going to have a good time watching it. Now the Worm. El Jefe, this is not a dance contest, my friend. You're in a match. I don't know if he's a bit confused. If he thought that these two were about to bust out the DDR or something. Now a complete shot of Mercantile is getting absolutely, I can't believe I'm saying this, but whopped by El Jefe. Mercantile brought up to a vertical base, and El Jefe gonna try to make short work of the true Dark Lord. Just got a fucking forearm directly to the side of the head, and now a sit-out choke slam. That's what I call some nasty offense by the big man. Now just digs his boot right down into the gut of El Jefe. See how quickly things can change when you're up against Mercantile. Snapmare, seated position for the fish. Punch to the side of the head, kick to the back. El Jefe's offense all is, and good fun, out there to have a good time, put on a show for the CMV universe while dealing some damage. Mercantile is just straight up brutality. And there's a cutthroat slam. The fun and games truly over. Now it is just unending torment at the hands of Mercantile. You can see Bacon is looking worried, and rightfully so, about his best friend powerbomb shaking the entire ring. Josh, I'll sit out choke slam you any day of the week. Oh, well, I don't know exactly what Mercantile was trying for. That was an interesting setup, but El Jefe able to escape, but unfortunately does not make much out of the reversal. STO by Mercantile, and El Jefe is about to go for a ride down into the pits of hell. Another power bomb. 1, 2, just a 2 count. Hands up in the top of his head. Mercantile thought that would be enough, but wastes no time. Like a shark in the water, he smells the blood. He can sense that El Jefe is wounded. Punch the back of El Jefe, though. Never count him out. He'll keep swinging till he can't swing no more. And that might be right now. Bull hammer by Mercantile. 1, 2. Just a 2 count. Jefe digs down deep to pound out of that one. Shoulder up off the mat at 2.99999. Mercantile a bit baffled by it, but he knows better than give Jefe more time to try and recuperate. Pinpoint knee drop. Digging up under the mask, that mask that Jefe has to wear after A horrifying car crash he was involved in some years ago. Just tried for hook, line, and sinker, and that might have been his last shot, guys. Choke toss. Jesus Christ, man. Nearly thrown out of the ring. This is just a dismantling. This is akin to watching a wolf tear apart a carcass in the wild. El Jefe is just getting ripped limb from limb. Another power bomb. Marcantel not even going to try for the pin. Now he is. Had to think about it for a moment. 1, 2, just a 2 count. Yeah, if I were Joey Bacon, I might go find a towel, throw it, if he doesn't eat it, throw it in there. Oh my God, winding it up a second time. Boom! El Jefe, like a wet spaghetti noodle, just collapses under its own weight. Uno, dos. Are you kidding me? Yeah, Marcantel rightfully arguing with referee Perry White here. How is that not a 3? Again, gouging the eyes of the Arriba man. This is insanity. El Jefe getting a can of whoop ass open on him, but refusing to stay down. Throwback. And now Jefe. I'm not sure what he's doing. Trying to psych himself up. Clothesline. Clothesline again. Marcantel trapped in the corner. Not going to save him from the clotheslines. Tries for one of his own. Oh, leaping lariat. Kip up. Bacon's happy. CMV Universe on their feet, fishing up. He's feeling it. Jumps the shark. No! Before the boot connects up under the chin, Marcantel snaps back to reality. And that small spurt of offense, that show of life, that fire, extinguished, I should say. And look at Zach Cage talking smack to El Jefe as well, while Marcantel mocks the CMV Universe. El Jefe has to use the ropes, but the word quit, not even in his vocabulary. He will not stay down. Powerbomb countered. El Jefe has an opening. Head scissors takedown showing up as only he can. Stomp right down onto the face. Now El Jefe analyzes his surroundings, rebounds off the ropes. Shining Wizard. The boot of El Jefe connected to the base of Marcantel's skull. As Jefe, like it ain't no thing but a chicken wing, baby. Feeling good about himself. I mean, his jaw's probably hanging on by a thread. But still ain't giving in. If El Jefe is going to go down before he does, at least going to give Marcantel a big old taste. Oh, that yes, yeah. What up, Cena? Welcome to CMV, my friend. As Marcantel caught reeling from the fish stick, hooked, line, and sinker. Can he do it? 1, 2, 3. What a comeback! Enduring a massive amount of punishment, El Jefe puts down Marcantel. El Jefe walking through the pits of hell there. And somehow coming out alive. Another mark in the win column for El Jefe over Marcantel, but something tells me things still are not done between these two. Marcantel has got to be pissed about that. How? How did El Jefe win? Only El Jefe. Co-main event time, guys, for Genesis number 121 in the CMV Anarchy Championship is about to be decided as both D'Angelo Prince and John Reed cash in their rematch clauses. And the championship reign of Samuel Boone in big-time jeopardy. Of course, Boone chosen by the wrestling gods at Wild Card to get the Anarchy title shot against D'Angelo Prince and then shocking the world as only he can by putting down Prince and becoming the new CMV Anarchy champion. Not a whole lot of time to celebrate, though. We know triple threats, they're always tricky. Boone doesn't even have to be involved in the decision to lose his championship here. Prince and Reed trying to become two-time champs. It was D'Angelo Prince who just the week before Wild Card had beaten John Reed in an absolutely phenomenal matchup to win the title. D'Angelo Prince didn't have a whole lot of time to spend with that CMV Anarchy Championship before Boone upsetted him for it. Upsetted it. What am I, fucking 4 years old? Yo, what up, famous, my friend? Welcome to CMV. Glad to have you stop by for Genesis number 121. We are about to get set for the co-main event, the CMV Anarchy Championship, decided in a three-way Anarchy Rules match. Main events to come, guys. Randy Morton, the Milkman, takes on the Alpha World Champion, the Bloody Brick, Chris Andrews. Oh, what a Pellish. Remember, guys, this is the final show before Absolution 3. I'll say again, I'm hoping to do it tomorrow. But believe it or not, little old me is going to a charity event. Not out of the kindness of my heart, all right? I'm getting something out of it. No, but I'm going to be gone all day. So if I get back early enough, I'm going to hope to try to do it. But more than likely, Absolution will be on Monday. But woo! The card has been posted to our website. It's on Twitter, Discord, etc. Not one, but two Royal Rumble matches. And for the first time ever, a championship will be defended inside of a Rumble match. Paul Devon having to eat his words as he puts his World Championship up for grabs against 29 other Fusion superstars. And then, of course, the actual Rumble match where the winner will headline the last pay-per-view of the year, Homecoming 3, for a world title match of their choosing. D'Angelo Prince set, ready to go, as here comes the always dangerous John Reeder. Better known by the man who is currently, monster that is currently inhibiting his body. I'm never going to know how to pronounce this. Mellows. I'm terrible. I apologize. The leader of the 7 deadly sins just had to watch as his beast Morkenthau took that loss to El Jefe. Can Reed become a 2-time Anarchy champion? Thank you for the 2 pennies. I do not make calls for people, but if you have an Xbox One, you can upload your call, or we have people in the chat who make calls for people. Looking right now, Topher sometimes does, Bateman sometimes does if you ask him nicely. And you can check out our website, of course. !Joanne. We'll give you a link. Miliotis. We do have a Discord, if you would like to join that. You are more than welcome. And here he comes, the CMV Anarchy champion. Yes, you are not hearing impaired. Impaired. This is reality. We have not gone into a different dimension. The purveyor of Boone juice is the CMV. Did you just hear that guy? Now we're talking. Big Boone fan. Samuel, oh man, known for pulling out upsets throughout his entire CMV career. He's a former United States champion. He's one of very few men who can say that he's beaten Justin Sane one-on-one. Clean, mind you, also. Asterisk. Bold, underlined. So here we go, guys. Triple threat matchup in our co-main event for the CMV Anarchy Championship. Samuel Boone defends against former champions D'Angelo Prince and John Reed. All 3 of these guys, I'm sure, are looking to take part in the Royal Rumble match at Absolution 3. But right now, they have got to focus on one of the longest standing titles in CMV's history. Here we go. Oh boy, referee Perry White rings the bell. Let's get it on. Keep in mind it is Anarchy rules as well. First fall to a finish in the ring. Pinfall submission. Reed looks to bring his night to an end quickly. And boy, Boone goes digging for treasure. Wasting no time. Pulls out a metal bat and then just throws it down. Sees Reed up high. Reed jumping right over Boone for a double axe handle. Down onto the top of D'Angelo's head. Brain buster by the champion. Oh, no, Boone with a triangle locked in on the fallen angel. Breaking out of it with a cheeky little power bomb. Power on display by Reed as he's thrown out onto the apron. D'Angelo Prince then turning his attention to Samuel Boone, the man who beat him to win the title last Saturday at Wild Card 1 week ago. John Reed, I guess, just going to take a little bit of a nap. Lion Salt knocks Reed down, right back up. Looking for his opening. Boone juice is a sacred thing in CMV, all right? What is Reed doing? I suppose a good strategy here in allowing Boone and Prince to beat each other up. Oh, that was a nice little impromptu double team. Elbow drop, double axe handle combination. Straight jacket DDT, though. Boone saying, we ain't gonna be friends. We ain't tag partners. Reed now trying to recollect himself on the outside as D'Angelo gets off a punch to the gut. Against the odds, can Samuel Boone make sure his reign does not come to a short end, as Prince's did? John Reed back up to his feet. Scoop slam attempted by Prince, but dropped down into a reverse DDT. Here comes Reed. Boone did not see him coming. Couple elbows to the side of the head. Rocks the... Oh, Boone! Utilizing... a fucking... Oh, I don't remember what that's called. Squeezing on the temple, suffice to say, does not feel great. Squeeze trying to fucking burst open the... Oh, D'Angelo's taunting. Samuel Boone with the Tiger Bomb. And Prince walks right into a Bulldog. Samuel Boone reads down. Will it be enough? There's no rope breaks in an Anarchy Rules match. 1, 2, just a 2 count vice grip. Yeah, I wasn't the biggest Khali fan back in the day, you know, so. This is the current event, Bateman. Just nearly saw it come to an end. Boone about to retain, as now Reed is fuming. What's he gonna pull out? Steel chair, the amp. Inadvertently taken out. Oh, D'Angelo and the steel right to the gut of the champion. And now Reed has his opening. Snap suplex, Prince back up to his feet. Looks to bring the party to an end. Kick to the back at John Reed. Standing belly to belly suplex. Punch to the top of the head, man. Triple threats. We just saw a couple of weeks ago at Regicide, Pierre Thompson lost his United States Championship in a triple threat without being involved in the decision. D'Angelo Prince missing a springboard. Boone going to try to pin him. Capitalize him wherever he can. Reverse DDT by the vessel of Meliodas, and spear by John Reed. 1, 2, just a 2 count, man. I think he hit probably like 3 or 4 of those in his matchup one-on-one with Prince a couple of weeks ago, and none of it was enough to keep the uncrowned Prince down. This is a championship match, Topher. The Anarchy title is on the line. And now it is D'Angelo who fetches a sledgehammer. Vintage 2K, just randomly pausing. Yeah, this game. Before he can use that sledgehammer, though, Boone takes him out. Now a face plant to Reed. Dragon Screw! Prince just does a front flip on the outside. All right. Testing his agility. Elbow drop to the knee of Samuel Boone. That's actually, believe it or not, think about it for a second, a good strategy by Prince, because Boone likes to use that that heel kick of his to, oh, Prince! Hangman's face buster. Reed busted wide open to reclaim the Anarchy Championship. No, talk about your close calls. 2.999. Springboard crossbody kind of missed the button. Mamma mia. Now it is D'Angelo Prince who's chopped down. Chest first on that top rope. Boone decides, damn, might as well try for it. And again, a close call. John Reed not giving in. Fireman's carry, maybe looking to go old school with the fall. Nope. Counter DDT. Boone does not allow it. D'Angelo sensing that a pinfall is going down. Slides back into the ring. Works out a kink in his shoulder. Samuel. Head scissors applied. Escapes from it as John. Not want to stick around in that territory for all too long. And now Samuel getting a tour of hell by the fallen angel himself. D'Angelo waits in the wings. Irish whip puts John in the corner. D'Angelo, oh, slaps the tit. No. The athleticism paramount by D'Angelo Prince. Drop kick. And then pins Boone. Interesting choice. Not even a 2 count. Weapons littered around the ringside area. Hard-hitting matchup between these 3 men. It is all for that Anarchy Championship. Knees drilled to the chest. Another pinfall attempt by D'Angelo. Staying consistent. Tries to wear down Boone. Reed back of the ring. Reed! Spear! Out of nowhere! D'Angelo did not see that coming. 1, 2, no! gotta be kidding me. This is exactly what John Reed went through weeks ago when he lost the title originally to Prince. No matter what he did, he could not keep D'Angelo down. Out of desperation, tries the pin again. One, this time Boone breaks it up. Kick to the chest. John Reed is livid and with good reason. Cannot let his emotions get the better of him though. Reverse DDT by the champion, drops that into a pin. 1, 2, just a 2 count. Grabs John Reed by the ears, headbutt. Using his own head like a battering ram. Getting funky. Twisted leg drop. Reed drops down to the outside. This creates an opening for either Samuel or Prince. Prince, fireman's carry takeover. Boone. Caught with a hook to the jaw. Gonna try to roll through. Butterfly DDT. Can he steal it? Can D'Angelo steal it? 1. Wow, just a 1 count. All right. Now D'Angelo goes up high. That is not a place you're going to see him frequent. Sees Reed coming up on him, though. Decides to drop down. Reed's cut is getting worse. His blood just getting... just absolutely covered. Is John Reed. Prince again. Hangman's facebuster to reclaim the Anarchy Championship. 1, 2, but Boone leaping to break up the pin. The champion doing whatever he has to do to make sure he retains the CMV Anarchy Championship. Now he's going to pin Reed. Reed's still looking out of it. He might be able to do it here. No. 2 count only. And you see Boone going right after that gash on John Reed's forehead. And here's what I was talking about earlier when we went over how D'Angelo Prince was targeting Boone's leg, but it looks like he's okay enough. Leg hook to the temple. Reed's out. 1, 2, 3, and Samuel Boone is still the CMV Anarchy champion. Prince was too slow to make the save. Reed was still in La La Land after the Hangman's facebuster. And Samuel doing a great job of capitalizing. And against the odds is still the CMV Anarchy champion. Highly exciting triple threat matchup comes to an end as Samuel Boone is still the CMV Anarchy champion. Just when you think you know Samuel Boone, full of surprises. My fine feathered friends, it is main event time. Genesis number 121 culminates with what should most definitely the good brother from Click. Randy Orton, the Moo Moo Man, the Milkman, goes head-to-head with the Bloody Brit, the Alpha World Champion Chris Andrews. And earlier tonight, Gary Suckin, I remember attacking both Bob Luger and Chris Andrews with the Brit. Ensures me that he is 100%. He's all right. Ain't gonna keep him down. Some lousy powerbomb. You gotta be kidding. Here's Chris Andrews, motherfucker. Gary Suckinov did defeat Bob Luger at the top of our show. Xander Slate picking up a win and a triple threat. So that's a little bit of momentum that Borton can try to utilize. Of course, Borton, along with Slate, will be challenging for the World Tag Team titles at Absolution. Trying to reclaim what they lost weeks ago. But tonight, Borton's going to wear down the Brit just a little bit more. Give Bob Luger a better chance of walking out of Absolution as a history-making 3-time Alpha World Champion. Yeah, that's true. When is Brit ever 100% really? I don't think he's been a 100% since the start of his career. Randy Orton has not had himself a singles match in some time. Gotta wonder if that'll affect his performance at all, but don't get it twisted. Long before Click came along, Borton was a very, very well-established singles competitor. 3-time Anarchy champion, Money in the Bank winner, world champion, and 2-time international champion. There is no leader. Click is a brotherhood. They've said that time and time again. They are a brotherhood intent on taking Genesis back to its glory days, to establish themselves on top once again, as it should be. And a part of that mission statement includes taking out this man. You know, Britt, a part of his tangent against Bob Luger earlier tonight at the top of the show, said, yo, you little weasels took out Hall of Famers. You took out Paul Anderson. You took out Dave Turner. You're going to try to do the same to me, but I'll tell you what, you're going to fail, and you're going to get some revenge. Now we're talking. The CMV Alpha World Champion heads into his second defense of the belt at Absolution against 2 former champions, Gary Suckinov and Bob Luger. If anyone can defy the odds, it is the Brit. But anything can happen in CMV. We all know that too well. And tonight, Andrews has got to focus because he has got a big challenge ahead of him. We just went over Borton's accolades as a singles competitor. I want to say this might be a first-time matchup, but I know that I'll be wrong. I feel like they may have fought sometime. Well, no, they wouldn't have fought last season at all because they were on different brands. Britt was on Fusion, and Borton was still on Genesis. So maybe when Britt first debuted back in Season 3, they might have fought, but definitely not. This is definitely a first this season, as things do not start exactly swell for the Milkman. Pullback headbutt. Now the Brit immediately mounting Borton and just wailing, I'm sure, trying to get some payback on the part of Anderson and Turner. Goes for the jumping gooder. Oh, how about an enziguri, though? Borton fires back swiftly. Immediately brings the Brit up to his feet. Gets a punch to the pec for his trouble. Snap German suplex. Arm drag. Randy Borton creates an opening for himself. Grabbing Britt by the ears, face to face they stand. Fireman's carry takes him over, drops him right down onto his ass. Doesn't stay down for long. The Brit will not let you rest, baby. It is a non-stop ass whooping. As soon as that bell rings to it rings again. From pillar to post. Chest bump. I'm sure it wasn't out of good sportsmanship, though. Just firing off at each other. Jabs, kicks, strikes. Damn, those are some sharp-ass chops right across the chest. You don't believe me? Look at Britt writhing in agony on the mat. Borton up to the second turnbuckle body splash. I wouldn't say Borton is a high flyer, but from time to time He does love that signature springboard elbow drop of his. You'll see that in many of his matches. But that's about the extent of Borton's high-risk aptitude. Back body drop now by the CMV Alpha World Champion. Stomp down onto the elbow to follow that up as he mounts Borton yet again. Just laying in. Oh, those are some straight-up elbows to the temple. Get into a slugfest with Chris Andrews is the exact thing you do not want to do. Tries to go for a shoulder thrust, knock Borton off the apron. Instead, the Milkman with a springboard phenomenal forearm. If the opportunity presents itself, Borton will take it. Just paid witness to there. Cross-arm DDT. I'm sure that both Bob Luger and Xander Slater backstage watching this matchup intently supporting their boy. I got to give Borton even credit for not taking either Luger or Slater out here with him. To be honest, I think Britt just counted the go-home driver and into the cliffhanger. Pop-up German suplex, the strength unparalleled. And Britt says, thanks for coming, Borton. Head back home and drink your milk. Revenge. Oh, scouted by Borton. Takedown, elbow to the shoulder. Now Borton gonna get what he originally wanted. Oh, takes Borton right into the hard camera. Go home driver. One. Just a one count though. Borton wanted to make sure the rest of the clique had a good line of sight on that. As now, Borto end. 1, 2, just a 2 count. Expect anything less though from Chris Andrews? Come on. He's the bloody Brit for a reason, baby. Here's Borton back out onto the apron again. I guess gonna try for another phenomenal forearm. Got a taste for it earlier, and he's gonna get it again. Right on the button. Vintage Borton double boot stomp kick to the chest to follow up. Oh no, changing it up a bit. Up on the one knee instead. Gonna take the Brit for a little bit of a walk. Not through the park though. This ain't no romantic date. Snap air drop kick right to the back. Chris Andrews can feel himself slipping into the deep end, trying to keep his head above the water. Here's a desperation pin by the champion. Only going to get him a 1 count. Neck crank and a punch right up to the side of the head. And if that wasn't enough, Chris Andrews is a very emotional man, but he only really knows of one emotion, and that's aggression. That's hatred. That's being pissed off. German suplex by the Milkman. Looking pretty spiffy. Borton a second time. Go home driver. Will the Brit indeed be going home? Tries to bring him up to his feet. Britt's waiting for him though. Chris Andrews, one of the best at playing possum, making you think that you've got him beat, that you've got him down for the count. Throwing them hands. Borton can't take much more of these straight punches to the fucking face. He knows that. Takes a deep breath. Britt is down. And Borton, he could very well see himself shoot to the top of the Alpha World Championship rankings with this win here. Borto encountered though. Not a second time, says Andrews. Swoops out of the waistlock, punch to the back of the head. Now back and forth they go. Reversal fest ensue in 1999 here in the main event. Genesis number 121. Revenge! Just like that, Borton dropping like a sack of stones. 1, 2, 3, and the Brit sends a very clear message to the rest of the clique. And Guri Sukanov, just like that. You blink your eyes, you miss it. Chris Andrews. Whew, million miles a minute was that match. Didn't get a chance to catch my breath. What a way to cap off 121. Out of somewhere. Britt saying, here, hold this. Revenge. Barton now. Mike not knowing where the hell he is. As Andrews as ready as he ever will be for Absolution, where he defends his title against Guri Sokolov and Bob Luger. The odds are against him, but the odds are always against the Brit. Can he do it? You'll have to tune in to find out. Oh, that's no good. Kevin Silva, apparently in that Iron Man match, Nicholas Hemmerling, despite the fact that he won, has suffered an injury. And of course, he and Swanson have to defend their titles against Click and Absolution. And that's going to give a big advantage to Slayton Borton. Apparently, D'Angelo also recuperated from his injuries. So that's good. All right, guys, as always, if you like what you saw and you do want to see more, make sure that you drop a cheeky follow so that you know when I go live, you get those alerts. You are not going to want to miss Absolution, guys. One of the biggest, quite literally, biggest cards in CMV history. 2 Royal Rumble matches. For the first time ever, a championship will be defended in a Rumble as Paul Devine puts his World Championship up for grabs against 29 other Fusion superstars. That pay-per-view will be... like I said, I have a charity event tomorrow, so if I get back early enough from that, I will try to go live, but more than likely, it's going to be Monday. Keep up with our website, ! Join right there. We'll give you a link, and our Twitter, official CMV_, to know exactly when it'll be. Also for updates, signings, match cards, reviews, all that kind of good stuff. ! Discord, a link for our Discord, obviously. If you want your call on the show, make sure you join that as well as our website. And all the past episodes on my YouTube channel. So let's sign out with a word from the one and only man himself. The key is to not drive your jet ski in the dark, all right? If you have a jet ski, don't drive it in the dark. What are you, dingus? Come on. Jeez Louise, you know? See you guys at Absolution. Thanks for tuning in.